I'm gonna show you in this video how I use Skool to host my membership there and how I'm using this app to have it all in one place to run my community, my course, my coaching calls, and how it all works. I'm gonna give you ins and outs of the system that I have built and how I'm getting social media traffic into my free Skool community and then into the paid membership, and how I'm getting one-on-one coaching clients as well. I'm gonna give you how I'm also building an email list and how I'm gonna run workshops to enroll groups of people into my paid membership as well. I'm gonna teach you this whole complete system here in this video masterclass so I can simply help you out. And I am seeing everyone having so many questions about, how do I start building my membership, how to create a course, how to build an email list, how to start being paid monthly subscriptions from people who I'm hanging out with here, and how do I start earning recurring consistent income as a coach, right? So I am gonna talk about all of these things in this video. Here in front of me I have my screen. I prepared a mini kind of presentation of what we're gonna go through, but yeah, this is my free Skool community at the moment. I just built it to 104 very quality, very focused potential clients, members, right? And I done this in 3 or 4 weeks, and that's my free community. I also have a paid community on Skool. I'm gonna talk about that, and I have a few other things that I wanna show you. So look, this is the plan, right? I'm gonna be following through this script here so it all makes sense, and we have this focused conversation here, right? Basically, I built a free community here on Skool, and with that I'm building an email list as well, right? I have a paid community on Skool now, so I'm being paid monthly membership fees from people who are subscribed to my paid community. And I am doing all sorts of promotional things through which I am moving people forward from social audience to the free, intimate, private community, Skool community, right, into my paid membership. And I am creating content, email promotions, I do DMs with people, I chat with everyone, I go on calls with people. I also will do now workshop events, weekly events, webinars for group enrollments, right? And now I'm gonna start showing you all that I have learned in the past few months, a year and weeks as well, about building memberships and how to use Skool to build your membership on it now, and my whole experience of becoming a valuable coach who is being paid from the audience of yours or whatever, right, from people for them to hang out around me and me helping them, right? As part of my membership, as part of my course, as part of my free community, or as part of my one-on-one or group coaching, right? So let's get started. Now, I came across memberships a year ago, right? For the past 3 or 4 or 5 years of me becoming an online coach, first of all, I was selling one-off packages to people, right? I was doing high-ticket 2K packages, $500 per 3 sessions, all of those sorts of things. Those things are usually not consistent for a starting online coach. Like you always need to try to get that next 2K client or whatever, right? And it's hard to get people who have enough money if you're starting out, or all this you don't have enough audience. It's just never really. It's a bumpy road, that's what I'm trying to say. So I did that for 3 or 4 years or so, and last year I came across the idea of running memberships and group masterminds, like weekly group calls, and instead working with a group rather than just one-on-one, right? So last year I built 2 memberships. The first one, I built it for a very small price of $7 a month. I was teaching people how to create content for attraction, right? I built it to 30 people or so. Not a big deal. But I learned why running a membership is a beneficial and awesome thing for a person, right? Like I was receiving some recurring fee, like few $100 per month, and they came in through PayPal, Stripe, and I was like, whoa, having something recurring that comes in on its own is awesome, right? So I was like, I just built this membership. Let me now teach others what I learned building this membership of mine. Let me create a new offer and I'm gonna charge a little more for it. So I created my first 49 a month membership, right? And I was teaching others how to build group calls, communities, and courses, and so on, right? So I was basically teaching others whatever I'm just learning, so that you can learn some stuff and kind of master it, and you can straight away kind of share those suggestions, ideas with other people as well, right? So I'm just telling you this, if you're starting out and if you don't believe in yourself, if you don't feel like that you have that kind of awesome value to offer, right? I mean, you need to start somewhere, right? Start becoming great at something and start sharing that knowledge with others and put these kind of people into a community, all these kind of things, right? So that's what I did at that time. So I was like, oh, who's gonna pay me 49 a month for what, right? And I got my first member then, and I started meeting with that person on a weekly call. And in 2 days, I got the second and third and fourth member, who I kind of upsold from my email list and from my previous membership, right? But I got now, that time, 3 people paying me $50 a month for my weekly Zoom calls. I was not using Skool at that time yet. I put everyone into a Facebook group, right? And I was collecting payments externally, which I'm gonna also talk about later, and I'm gonna share with you where should you begin with all of this, right? An idea of where should you begin with all of this, right? But with that said, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 members then, and I got to 15 to the end of the year. And from 49, I increased my price point to 97 a month, right? So I got to that level to the end of the last year, right? And that was awesome, right? I came across some challenges that we had with building our memberships, right? Because it was all over the place, right? People paying me I used an app called Systeme, an order page like this one. Let me show you, right? People paid me through this app, which was all good, right, at that time. And I was being paid via Systeme app. It's a funnel builder. It's like ClickFunnels, Kajabi, or whichever. But I was also, with this Systeme app, I'm building an email list as well, right? So I'll teach you more about this stuff later, right? But that's how I started, right? People paying me through this. And then after they paid me, by the way, I still do have, I had this kind of, what is it called, a workbook, right? That's where my course was in, and it still is in a way. It's all nicely written out, right? I was meeting with people in a Facebook group. There was not a lot of community element to it, right? These people who I was with, they paid me basically to be on my weekly group coaching calls, right? That's what I was paid for, right? Facebook group community was like stagnant thing, right? Now I have Skool community. It's such a more engaged thing, right? For example. But I created at that time a course, and I was coaching people through this course that you see in front of you, right? At that time. This is the updated, it's the latest, the simplest version of my course now. But I had this workbook. People paid me through this order page at that time. I was building an email list, promoting this video masterclass, 10-15 minute video or whatever, right? And this is how I started, right? The challenges were that it was all over the place. Like, I couldn't. Now I have people in my Skool community, and I just go in there. There is a course, there is a calendar. Let me show you, right? See, there is a community, people can talk. There is a classroom, right? Where I uploaded my courses. So it's all in one app, right? And there is a calendar element to it, so people know at least when my coaching calls are. At that time when I started, I needed to create a Google Calendar event, and I needed to manually share my link of my calls to each and every person, make sure that they have it on calendar, so at least they know when to come on my calls, right? And this kind of all manually, right? So that was one of the challenges. Second challenge probably was that there was no community to it, right? I never felt like there is connection between us all. You know, people are accountability partners to each other, and they can ask, and Facebook group was so stagnant, right? Those were challenges, right? Also, anyway, there were some other challenges, but the thing that got me over to making a transition to then finding a Skool app, right, was that my Facebook group got shut down. Like, I had my weekly mastermind group coaching calls on Zoom, and I was streaming those live into my Facebook group, a recording, right? And what happened was, like, Facebook groups kind of flagged me for copywriting, for community something breach, whatever, I don't know what is it called, right? But what happened was, like, they were like, one of your Zoom videos, we were talking about whatever and was not following Facebook community standards. They shut my whole Facebook down. My Facebook profile, pages, groups, Facebook group, messenger chat, messenger, all lost. Like I couldn't get into it via my phone. It just got shut down. I needed to submit my identity card so they saw that I'm a real person. And I did that, and I was waiting for 2 days, like to see I was not able to reach anyone, right? And luckily they got me back on Facebook, right? But I was down for 3 days. Couldn't reach my clients, couldn't reach my community members. I didn't have emails from all of whatever. I mean, kind of did, but I couldn't message them in a group chat. Hey guys, today we still have a call, but I'm off Facebook. I couldn't chat with anyone. I lost it all, right? So I was like, this should not happen to me again. If Facebook got me down, like, and it actually happened twice to me that week, like 3 days in a row. They got me back on, and then again, and I needed to resubmit and wait for 2 more days. It was like a mini stressful experience, right? However, in that 1 week of me being down partially 2 times for 2-3 days each, right, I started looking into community apps. I was familiar of community apps already before, but never settled for one. All of them costed money per month or whatever, which is okay because they're valuable, right? But so I came across like Mighty Networks app, which is like $40 a month. But if you want to upload your course, there is again $100 a month. I tried to use that one. I tried a few other things like Circle, and which is, I believe, even more expensive. Kajabi's got some stuff in there. It's even more expensive, $150 a month, and can't test it. By the way, Systemy, my free funnel builder, has got a community element to it, which is kind of okay, right? But it's just like Systemy app that I use, which, I mean, I could show you this, like Systemy, you know, where I am building my email list and I'm getting some payments coming in or whatsoever, right? I'm getting some here, some one-on-one privately, and some in Skool now, and some with PayPal, Stripe, separate, whatever, right? But that's with this thing I started, and you see people still stuck to my membership plans. That's another benefit of running a membership, right? Like people stay in, the money just keeps coming in, right? Now I'll talk more about that later, but here in Systemy, which I still like instead of ClickFunnels or so, right? I am collecting, I had my courses, and there is community element to it, right? Which I used a little bit at that time. It's just that, so that's the course that I had there. I'm trying to find my community now and so on, but I think I need to click here, right? So you see how annoying it is to use any other different app. And why is my community down? I just clicked on it right now. It should be all good. And I just can't see my previous community element to it. Like we had conversations here. I don't know what's wrong. You see, you don't want these things to happen to you, right? Anyway, I was just saying that I tested all of other sorts of apps. I was familiar with Skool already, but I was just like, I didn't know if that's that thing, right? So I gave it a go, because Mighty Networks was just not that jam of mine. I gave it a go with Skool. I created a free trial for 2 weeks, right? And I started uploading my materials there and shifting it all to Skool. So what I did was I created a free Skool community at first, right? Like people don't need to pay me for that, right? I did that because I knew that if I create a free community on Skool, no need for Facebook group free, right? Let's have it on Skool now. I knew that I need that first to see if Skool creates that engagement, right? If it works, if it's all awesome, right? And so I started building this free Skool community of mine. So it's a month or whatever now almost, right? And I started inviting people into it, right? And that's how I began. So I started building my free community, but I needed to still collect payments externally. I will teach you that later on, how on Skool it all works. You can either have a free community or a paid one, you can, and so on. So that's exactly what I did, right? Free community at first, collecting payments externally just to see how this app works. And it started picking up for me, right? I started uploading my courses here all in one place. You see how quickly I can access my course, and I can point people to, hey, come to my course, there is the material, send them whatever, right? And this community element started picking up, right? I started posting, people started commenting, engagement is going up. I can email, if I post something right now, I can send an email to all the members as well every 3 days. It was more fun. I was able to have an app on my phone. When someone messages me on Skool or whenever the new notifications come in, I see them here in the app on my phone. And my phone's got all of the notifications from all of the apps blocked down. Like Messenger, you cannot reach me. I don't get a notification except if I open my Messenger, right? Whatever else, right? I don't get Facebook, YouTube, Instagram notifications, nothing at all. But Skool notifications, I have it on, right? Because I want to be part of my community all the time. So Skool comes through, I have a Discord app or WhatsApp, those things come through for me, and my SMSs, for texts, right? Those are 5 things that come in through my notifications, and Skool is one of them, right? I'm excited when I open my phone app and there is something going on in my community, and I'm like, look, someone mentioned you in a reply, whatever, someone created a new post, someone commented in my community group or so, and I'm like, whoa, imagine your members, right, having one app to access you all the time, and they get all of your notifications, right? Facebook groups, it's distraction, right? Like, everything's going on, everything else is going on that Facebook group. Sponsored things like videos popping up, whatever, right? But an app that's focused for your own members, if you run your own membership on Skool, right? It's just like they click on it and they know that they are there for your value. It's a different energy field, energy channel. Got it? So that's what's happening here. And I started my free community at first, and it's got some awesome features. I talk about all of these things also in my other YouTube videos, leaderboards, incentivizing your own members to participate. You can see all of your members, free members, paid members here. If that's a paid community, I have another paid one. I'll show you that later, right? But anyway, let's get back on track, right? So I found Skool and I started building the complete system around it all, right? My first goal was to build one free community on Skool at first. Like, let me test it out, right? And now I'm gonna share with you this model that I developed for myself. And at the end of this video, you're gonna understand it all, right? So basically, just a quick summary before I go into each individual thing, right? I am building a free Skool community, which is awesome because it's a private space for people to come into. And I am getting everyone from my social media into my free Skool community because I want them to come a little closer to me, to my value, into a little more focused environment rather than just being them my social media followers. Because in the free community we can engage, we can chat, I can answer their questions, we can help each other, all these kind of things, right? So with that said, right, I'm inviting everyone to come to my free Skool community, and they give me their email when they come in. I'm building an email list with an external app. I built an automation. My emails from Skool are sent out into my System Funnel Builder email marketing software app, right? I'll talk about automations later on, and I talk about them in one separate YouTube video of mine as well. But now, free community allows me to have private connection with people. I'll share with you how I turn these people into paid members then, right? Because I have another paid membership community that I just started a week ago on Skool. So now I have 2 groups, right? So from social media honest into free Skool into the email list, and then getting people into the paid membership so I can be paid monthly subscriptions from people. And up here as well, I also do one-on-one coaching with some and high ticket prices, right? So from free, people go into either paid membership or some kind of custom offers, or even via DMs, book calls. From calls, I get them into my, paid membership if that's where they fit, or I get some into one-on-one high ticket, like 1 or 2K or whatever. So that's the system, right? I am gonna talk with you now about how I built it all, share my screen here, and all of these sorts of things. And other things that is coming up for me is I am gonna start doing weekly workshops, right? And you could do the same thing, right? Weekly workshops where you teach a little bit of your value stuff and you give people a special offer to join your paid membership community. you should give them a special offer if they join from your workshop rather than just on their own or whatever. It would push them into your paid membership, right? I'll talk more about workshops then later, because via workshops or webinars or events and some kind of this kind of stuff, you can enroll dozens of people at once into your membership. Imagine that. I'll talk more about it later. And that's the system that I have built myself, right? I'm going to share with you how you should start as well later on, right? Because you have few options, right? Either begin with a free school first, collect outside payments or whatever, or start with 2 at the same time, or just start with the paid one at first, right? I'll maybe talk about that later, right? But now, why I am getting people into the free school first, and how does that all work, right? Social media audience is there, like YouTube, Instagram channel, Facebook groups, my Facebook profile, whatever else there exists, right? But private community is here with an email list connected to it. It's more intimate space for people to be part of, and they can be coached in here kind of for free, and they can be part of a like-minded community, right? And it's intimate, right? So it is very easy to move people from social media to Skool. It's so easy into a free thing. I'll share with you later how I do it right here, but that's why we do it as well. Right? It's very easy to get people over. You build an email list as well. People answer those 3 entry questions, the same as with Facebook groups, and they should give you their email, right? And I simply ask them, hey, what's your which email should I send the community, what is it called, the instructions of how it all works too, right? So I ask them that, they give me their email. Additionally, if you're running a free community, defaultly, we don't get people's emails, except if they're paying you, we get their emails. So if you're building a free community, you need to separately ask them to give you an email again. That's just one point that I needed to point out. I built an email list because they give me their email when they come in to my free school. I could share my screen with you and show you visually how that works, but I did it in my other videos, so I don't want to go that route right now. But now people hang out in my free community and they are actually helped for free. Imagine that, right? They feel like, whoa, how can be this person coaching me, helping me for free, right? I gave away all my courses and my knowledge for free here in my free school community here, right? So you go to Classroom, I give everyone my 3 courses away here for free, right? Like, I gave away all for free. Now, the challenge in the coaching industry anyway is that even if you give to people stuff for free to study, right, they're gonna still have questions, they're gonna need accountability to go through your course and do the implementation, they're gonna need support, and that's where you can get them into your paid membership then, to get more support, accountability, and access to weekly Q&A calls, right? The goal at the end of the day is that as part of your free community, right, you move people into the paid one. You're gonna help them here, answer their questions. You should give them something to complete in here in the free community. In my case, I want everyone to study my workshop as well. I'm gonna be running a weekly workshop where I teach them how it all works, right? So, and that gets them into the paid membership. You should have some kind of master classes and courses all here in for free. So people ask questions, you build that trust, connection, all of those kind of things with people, right? And so on. That's why running a free community is awesome. People can be coached by you for free. You could go here and there, live in there, create workshops for free, Zoom webinars for just free people, and then, guess where that leads to, right? Here I wrote down the ways of how I market my free school community and how I build my email list through this process, right? I am moving all my Facebook group members over to the free school community. All my Facebook friend lists of people moving over to free school community, Instagram followers, getting them over. What I do by these 3 channels or a few of other ones here is that I say simply to everyone, hey, I created this free community. It's outside of Facebook. It's on a Skool app. It's a private community. Comment invite down below. I'm going to send you an invite. That's what I do, content creation and so on, right? anyone who comes into my Facebook group there, because I'm still building that one, right? I DM them, get them over to Skool and stuff like that. I'm still leveraging those things, right? Instagram stories as well, same thing. Hey, I built this free community on Skool. Skool is this kind of app outside of, it's like Facebook groups outside of Facebook, more focused, no distractions, private community where we hang out. It's a support group, right? Comment invite or message me, whatever, right? I'll give them the details and they get over, right? That's what I do. Another content piece that I do here, which I'll mention that later, right? I give people lead magnets. I'll not talk about that right now, but YouTube videos, they started working for me really well. I've did a research of keywords that people search on Google and on YouTube because they're both the same, right? And whatever they're searching for, I include those keywords in my videos and I create videos on just those topics, right? People search, people find, and at the end of my videos or even in between, I have a call to action and in the description, hey guys, I have a free community, find the link down below. It's on Skool, blah, 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 blah. I did this for a month and I already got 10-15 leads from YouTube who came over, right? Call to action on YouTube videos is awesome. Just say, hey, I got this free Skool community where we all hang out. You can chat with me, support, blah, 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 free courses there. Click the link, come over, right? That's what works really well. Passive YouTube traffic is going to build your free community forever, like all the time. It's going to be sending people over to you all the time. Now, I have a virtual assistant too who are doing the jobs that no one wants to do. I'm saying like they are cold DMing new people. I came up with a simple cold DM script that is not even offensive for people to receive, right? In fact, should I just show you maybe that, like if I'm already giving you all away, like why don't I just maybe show you what we say to people, and then maybe you can give me some comments for improvement about that. But hey, I see that you are also in this whatever niche and are interested in self-development if you are a life coach or whatever in my case. With a few of us, we are meeting as a support group on Skool. We are doing this and that. Would you also want to participate with us, right? Just call the DM to new people. I do this to people who we don't know in other groups, on LinkedIn, and so on. I just do that anyway, right? I mean, it's a little offensive to people who receive these messages, but my VAs do like 10-15 of those per day. They're DMing my LinkedIn cold people and new people on LinkedIn, making connections, and even on Instagram, some cold DMs. I'm just saying to you, I'm honest, right? That's just one way that I found that gets some new people into my community as well, right? And I don't do that work. The virtual assistant does that, right? It's a little annoying task to do, but I'm just honest, transparent here, right? Posting in other groups, right? I paid for one group $100 for a lifetime. There are some groups that you can pay $20 a month that allow you to post anything and everything in those. You can post in those groups and get people over to your free community as well, right? I'm not going to teach you what you should post there right now because that's a whole another lesson, right? But that's another source of traffic, right? Paid Facebook groups or even free Facebook groups, you can go into those, make connections with your Facebook profile, and you can have a Facebook profile funnel. Maybe you guys are familiar with this idea and people then click and join your Facebook group or your Skool group, right? I could share that with you, like my Facebook profile, and same thing with Instagram. Yeah, I forgot to write that down, right? Like Facebook profile, you see, join my free community right now, right? Click link in bio, right? People can click here. I actually created a separate landing page on my website, right? That it's just so it's, I don't know, it takes them to my free community, right? Anyway, now on Instagram, the same thing, right? And YouTube, the same thing. In bio, hey, join the free community. That will send traffic to you all the time. Do that. Put the link in bio. You gotta do that. It's gonna send traffic to you all the time. Yeah, and now, another thing is I'm discussing a partnership with Tony here, and he's got 30K Facebook groups of my targeted audience, and he got access to a few as well. If you come up with someone who's got an audience about your niche and they don't really want to be that head coach, right? You can partner up with them. I just partner up with Tony, and we're gonna be teaching these same things of what we teach to others, and we're gonna be pumping our free Skool community and paid one and do the workshops or whatever. I'll talk more about that later. But these are the ways to promote your free community. And there is more ways. Maybe I forgot some, right? Maybe do some ads and all of those sorts of things. If you have any questions about this, just let me know. I might, let's brainstorm this, right? Now, the goal of you building this free community is to build an email list, to have people in your free community, for them to have Skool app on their phone, ask questions, they can complete some course tasks, right? But at the end of the day, the goal is that we get them up. We get them up further into your paid membership, where you're gonna charge people $50 a month, $100 a month, anything in between, whatever your positioning is. How I am upselling people into the paid version of my membership is, and by the way, why people should go into the paid version, I mentioned that already before, is so they can get access to my weekly Q&A calls. They can come on Zoom, ask questions. They get my priority support in the private Skool group now, and whenever they have questions, their priority gets supported rather than in a free community and wait for a day or two, whatever, if it gets so big, right? Priority DM support as well. Of course, there are boundaries to it all, but come on, they just get that support, right? And they can, it's guidance, accountability, right? That's why people should upgrade, and I tell them that, right? I tell this to people via content in my free Skool, on my social media, and email promotion. Guys, understand this. This is the key here. Free community connected to an email list. Building an email list, even from your social audience, like if you give people a lead magnet, hey, I created this video, if you want it, DM me or go to this link, you gotta build an email list. From an email list, you're gonna make almost the most sales. Like, you're gonna be promoting your stuff. You gotta build an email list. I think in my other YouTube videos, I shared how I connected my Skool through Zapier to my System funnel builder email marketing software, right? And how I'm building my email list. In fact, I might just show you this as well right now, because people who come from my Skool group, right, they get tagged, right? I mean, let me go tags instead, right? You see here tags. Where is the tags of Skool members, right? You see everyone who came from Skool, 85 people, I built an email list of the, I mean, I'm just saying that they are tagged, right? And everyone else is also tagged, right? I want to have people tagged on my email list. So when I'm promoting some stuff, my email list is like 600 people or whatever, but I have my paid members tagged, right? I have my, everyone else is also tagged, right? And partners who I don't want to email. Okay, there is no one here, but I'm building this right now. So that's what I need you to build yourself as well, right? I went a little off track right now, but my whole point is, like, if you build an email list, you can promote to your email list. You're gonna be sending them an order page link out, hey, get help and coaching here in a private group, right? And you're gonna send people then to your paid Skool group. Or even like, if you don't have two groups right now, like, I mean, you're gonna send them to an order page. That gets almost like a little complicated. I'll talk more about those things, and I talk in my other YouTube videos about automations and how to collect payments externally if you just run a free community, and how people can pay you externally, and how Skool can unlock certain courses to just paid members if you're running just one community, all these kind of things, right? Now, content and email promotion is one thing, right? Creating content on social media, sending emails out, creating content in the Skool community in a free one or so, getting people up further, right, into your paid membership. And just that, we'll talk about all of these things next time, right? You can even pin posts in your free community, hey, get more help. By the way, I forgot to put one thing here. Free Skool community courses, right? In my courses, let me show you something here. When people go through my, you gotta go to the free one, that's a paid one. People go through my courses for free. You see, I created here at the end of each module, get guidance and help. If they completed the first task and then go to the second task, if they need more help, there is a video of me selling to them, right? And I get them to our paid community here, or they can DM me to talk, and we might even have a call, right? I mean, that's what I just did recently. it reminds people, hey, they can go up next, they can get more help, right? So I forgot to write that here. I'll just say here, free Skool community courses, get help lesson, whatever, right? That makes sense. So community chats, talking with people in your free Skool community, back and forth, blah, 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 and that creates DM conversations, right? Email conversations, people also respond to your emails. So basically, you're gonna be chatting with people a lot. That can lead to either booked calls, or you can manually via chat send people this order page link, right? And subscribe them without calls. So via chats, I enroll a lot of clients and I get a lot of calls booked. And from there, they're gonna enroll into my membership or into one-on-one high ticket, right? Right? Also, people coming to your free community, I wrote here, right? It's gonna build an email list, but also it's gonna ask them that question. That works for me as well, really well. And you're gonna simply say, do you want to know more about our weekly support calls, right? As part of those 3 questions where people come into your free community. Some of them, like 1/3 of people are gonna say yes, the other ones will say not at the moment, right? They come into your free community, they're gonna say yes. You have a permission now to DM them and explain them more about it and give them the link to the order page to these weekly support calls. I mean, or go on a call with them, whatever. That makes sense, right? Another 2 ways, I needed to correct this, was wrong, but another 2 ways here is cold DMing. I mean, or just DMing some people that you already kind of know, or even cold DMing, doesn't, whatever, cold or warm, whatever, right? You could message some people who you already know, even people from your Skool group, right, that came in, or from your Facebook groups, or from people in your network. You could simply DM some warm people or cold, right? You could say, hey, we have this weekly support group calls, do you want to know more about it, right? So that's another strategy. You could control how many people you talk to by reaching out to people or so, right? If they say yes, then you explain them more. I teach this more in my free course, in my free materials and everywhere else, right? This strategy of building a warm list, I mean, messaging your warm list and so on. I don't want to go into that right now, but I did that a lot. I don't do these days anymore because I don't need to. People all come to me now, but that's one way, right? You just asking, hey, people via DMs, do you want to know more about things, right? Now, what my virtual assistant is also doing for me right now, maybe that's not gonna work for you, but he's cold DMing some big people who have 30K, 50K audiences. And I simply say to them, hey, I want to work with you on a results basis and help you build your membership, right? Because they don't have membership. This gets a little complicated right now, but I'm just trying to say that I cold DM some people that I'm gonna work with them on a results basis or whatever. You can shift these things, right? And some of them will have such big audiences that I can work with them, help them build memberships in my case, and I'm gonna make that commission, right, or whatever. But the other ones, out of those conversations, they might just fall into my paid membership. If you are any kind of life coach, relationship coach, spiritual guide, or any other coach, right, or whoever, for example, you could say to people in cold DM as well, hey, I'm looking to work with someone on results basis. As well, results basis, it's a fancy word for them to hear, and help you fix your relationships so I can build an awesome case study. That creates a conversation, and then you go on a call with a person. You can actually work with them for free if you want, and then later they pay you if they get results. Or some people will want to pay you ahead of time already right now, and they will just join your membership and they're gonna still be working with you on results basis. Anyway, I don't want to overcomplicate this, but there are ways to go about all of this, right? Now, another thing, how we're going to be upselling, and you could be upselling people from free into the paid, is via workshops, via events. You could be running free lives or free workshop events in your free community to your email list, to everyone. You could invite them once a week or once a month. Hey guys, come, I'm gonna be teaching you live this thing on our workshop, and on that workshop you're gonna give people an opportunity to join your paid membership, then incentive opportunity, right? Like special offer. I already talked about that before, right? But that's what I'm gonna start doing myself right now, right? From my free, I'm already getting people into my paid community, and I'm gonna boost this now by doing workshops, because I want to enroll groups of people into my paid community at one time, at one shot. I don't want to do all of these one-on-one exchanges via DMs. Of course, I still will do those, no problem, but imagine going on a workshop call and just give them such a special offer that they're gonna just pay on like few bucks, like $50 a month plus something extra, $100 a month, whatever. Give them special bonuses on that workshop and let them enroll right now on this workshop call or after, whatever, right? You know what happens when you run workshops. You need to follow up with some, you need to keep doing email marketing toward them and keep reminding people, whatever, right? But running workshops naturally will build my email list even further, and your email list, right? It's like a lead magnet as well for social media traffic. They're gonna come then into the free where you're gonna or this I think makes sense to you. Building an email list further with that. Now, in my case, this is my experience. I will because I'm gonna be teaching more people how to build memberships on Skool and so on. I'll be paid Skool affiliate commissions, that's just for me, and I'll be extra paid monthly memberships fees from people who we're gonna enroll from my workshops. And I even partner up with Tony, who has got bigger audiences. We're gonna work as a duo, and we'll split 50-50 making money through all this system that I just shared with you. And we're gonna leverage his audience in this way, an awesome way, and we're gonna be teaching everyone this through workshops and just enrolling a bunch of people into your program. I'm just giving you some knowledge here, what I'm doing, what you could do, and so on. I will show you right now how you can start building this same system for yourself if you have not started, or even if you have started. I'm gonna show you things that you can improve, right? Because this is actually a system of a few things: social media audience, free community, paid community, one-on-one coaching. I told you already, building an email list in between, maybe workshops, DM, sales calls. All of this is here in between. You gotta know how to do these things, and it's like a ladder or a funnel that gets people from wherever free to your paid stuff. How you should start yourself, and what do you need, and all these kind of things. Why is it beneficial to you, right, to build a membership community? Actually, I didn't talk about this a lot at the beginning, right? But for you to run a membership, this is not written here, right? You give a lot of people an opportunity to be part of your coaching for a smaller price, because it's only $100 a month. It's not like $2,000 for one-on-one coaching, right? So you're giving people an opportunity to be part of your stuff for cheaper, and that's one benefit. You can work with so many more people as part of your membership. You can impact so many more people, right? Because it's more like a group environment, coaching, community, group calls, or it's not one-on-one, right? You can help so many more people. Another thing, you're gonna now have a recurring income. Imagine that, having 50 members, 100 members, or less or more, paying you $50 a month. And with this system, another benefit is that it all starts compounding, and you're just building on top, right? You're gonna have recurring income coming in every month, over and over again, and you're gonna be compounding that income. It's gonna go from $2,000 to $3,000 to $4,000 a month, $5,000 a month, or even if you start with $300 a month, go to $400, go to $500, right? And so that's how I started, right? Small steps, but it starts compounding, snowballing effect. It just gets bigger, okay? Those are some benefits. And now, so you know why you should build this same system maybe for yourself, right? Now, for you to start, you need to have certain value, of course, right? I'm not gonna talk about this that much, but you should pick what's that outcome that you're gonna help people achieve, right? And you should start creating a transformational course. By the way, if you need help with this, come to my free community or whatever, and I have videos on this, right? How to decide on your membership outcome, how to create a course, use ChatGPT to help, whatever, but and how to write out lessons, how to record that course, how to record your mini free masterclass, all of these things, right? This is what you're gonna need to create and do anyway. And you're gonna need to start creating a membership environment, right? An offer. By the way, through this course of yours, it's a transformational curriculum process through which people get their outcome, right, that they want. So you're gonna create then a membership environment. It's called an offer. That's gonna be your offer, right? consists of a community element to it, like Skool or Facebook group community forum, right, where people chat. It consists of a course that I talked about up here, through which people achieve that outcome, the promise, right? The offer consists also of the outcome that people will achieve, right? So, outcome, community, course, coaching, right? Weekly Q&A calls or group mastermind coaching calls, right? Or coaching, private DMs, priority DMs, and community support, right? That's what they get as well, right? Premium content, they get extra content in there. What else they get as part of your paid one is accountability, partnerships with other like-minded people, right? They get that as well. That's your offer, right? All of these things, that's why people should pay you, right? And then what the last part of your offer is how much people should pay for it, right? Monthly fee, right? You're gonna need to decide on how much you're gonna charge people. Begin small. If you need to, like $30 a month, go to 50, then go to $97 a month, right? Start somewhere, start compounding, right? Give some first members an opportunity to be in for cheaper as your beta founding members, if that's easier on you. Start somewhere, right? And then the last thing that you need as part of your offer, you need to be able to collect monthly payment subscriptions, right? You can do this in a few ways. You can have all-in-one in Skool. Skool handles it all for you, right? You can have community course coaching in Skool and people pay you via Skool. That's the simplest and the best way, right? And you can do that via Skool app. Or there are some alternatives to collect payments externally, but then it gets all more complicated because it's not all in one place, right? You could use any kind of funnel builder, ClickFunnels, Systemy, Kajabi, blah, 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 all of these kind of things, or just Stripe payment subscription link, right? You can do all of these things manually as well, right? Or PayPal subscription link. I'm not going to talk about those things right now because I have lessons on that as well on my YouTube or so, but that's what you need. Right? Be able to collect payments, know what you're going to help people, have some course material, have community element or whatever. You need to have that ready so you can launch your paid community. And now you're going to need to start thinking about this, building it and putting it somewhere, right? I suggest that you open at least one Skool group to begin with. It's going to be so much easier on you on long term. Right? Let me tell you this, on long term, when you get to 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 members, you should have a Skool community. Free and then paid or combined. Why you need that? Because it's easier for you to manage it all in one place rather than all of those 5 places. You need that community element, right? So have free. There are 3 options of you choosing how you're gonna begin right now. And each of the Skool communities costs $100 a month, right? So you need to put that into your budgeting when you're setting your goals of how big of a membership you want to build, right? You're gonna need to be like, okay, I need 10, 20, 30, 40 people paying me $50 or $100 a month. So it's worth to me, paying $200 for Skool, right? A month for 2 community, whatever. That's just the math, right? But even if you just start breaking through at the moment, is awesome. You should have 1 or 2 communities. Even if you will make 5, 7 members and make just $200 a month, if you can do that it covers your Skool expenses, just use it. It's all in one place, I promise. So you can just begin with running a free community. People don't need to pay to come to your free community. Maybe you can still collect external payments. In my other lessons on YouTube and in my Skool, I teach how to do automations and connect your external payment, right, with your free community. But that's a little complicated thing. I would rather suggest you that you just have paid community on Skool, right? So, or there is another way, which I don't really want to sneak it away, but kind of, you can have a free community. And if you go on sales calls with people, you could, let me show you something, right? You could go to your free community, go to your settings, gotta go there, right? You could go to the settings and you can select here a subscription and you could create a price point of, let's say, $97 a month, right? If that's my free community only, right? It just switched to paid, right? I will switch it back to free because this is a free one, right? You could go on a quick call for 5-10 minutes right now, right? And you could switch it manually to make current and your Skool community will just become paid. And on that one call right now with a person, they're gonna pay right now $100 a month, so they're gonna be a paid member in your free community. So that's a ninja thing, but you need to be on a call with that, because you don't want to make your community paid for a few hours and then waiting for that person maybe to pay, right? You gotta be on a call with them, on Zoom call right now, and you could collect payments via Skool, via your free community. You see, that should make sense to you, what I'm trying to say to you right now. If not, ask questions, right? So you can do either that, or you can have one free and one paid, right? People paying you through this one like $100 a month, and this one they can access for free, but you need to cover both expenses, right? $100 each, no problem. Or just have a paid one. You can just be paying for one Skool community and set it to $9.7 a month or whatever, and then maybe you could use a free Facebook group community as a support right now for you, or email list or whatever, right? And social, and then just get paid members straight away. That's another option, right? It's up to you where you begin, right? That's just how it works at the moment. Now, if you have all of this, you have a Skool community, you uploaded your course, created classrooms. If you want to see how to automate, give the events and all of the, I have other videos, right, where I show you some automations on Skool and how to set it all up, how to set up your Skool. I have a video, I recorded it last time and I put it on my YouTube. Go watch that one, right? Find it somehow. Now, promotional plan that you're gonna need to follow then to start growing the stuff that you built up and start being paid, right, is that you're gonna be promoting a free community first or whatever. I already taught you all of that up above here in the script, right? Promoting a free community, building an email list, and even like I am often promoting my video lead magnet, right? Like I have this kind of video funnel. From YouTube, traffic comes here. It builds my email list. Let me check something. If I go to the thank you page, right? You see they watch this video and they can join my free community now, right? So you could be promoting this video lead magnet. This builds your free community as well. Right, I wrote that down. That's a part of a promotional plan. I create a lot of content. Hey, I got this video, guys. Comment video down below so I can send it over to you. And then they join that list and they come to my free community as well. You could be promoting your membership directly, incentive, better price point. I don't want to teach you content creation right now that much, but you could just be sending emails out and posting content. Hey, I have this membership. This is what it's all about. This is what you're going to learn. This is how much you're going to be helped. Whatever. This is how much it costs. It's cheaper price for beta few members right now. Come in, whatever, right? Blah, blah, blah. That's how you should promote. That's your promotion of your paid membership as well. You could be looking for beta test members. You could say on social media like, hey guys, I'm looking for a few people who I'm gonna start running this mini membership community. It's a beta test experience. Sometimes I don't even mention any price, it's free or not free. When people hear beta test, they are like, oh, I'm gonna be a beta test member. It attracts some free, what are they called? Free people, right? But I charge beta test experience to people often. I did that. I gave them half price cheaper or whatever, right? So even if my content attracts beta test members, I still will tell them, hey, it's $49 a month instead of $100 a month. And some of them will enroll, some of them will be like, no, I don't have money, no problem, right? But so that's some types of things here. Accepting members, you're gonna need to know that. If you know how to promote, right, your free community, your paid membership, and I told you how to promote in your free community, you're gonna need to know how to accept members now. Like, some of them will enroll passively just via clicking and paying through your order page or your Skool link. But to other ones, you're gonna need to often talk a lot, right? At the beginning. You're gonna need to have DM chats, email chats, and go on calls. And on those calls, you can directly enroll people into your membership, and you should know how to talk to people, okay? Just so you know. That's how I controlled at the beginning, even right now, my membership enrollments, right? Some people enroll passively, and another few types of people, I go on calls as well. I create that connections. connection. I make sure that we fit, that they are energetical, methodological fit, right, with me. Because when I'm building this my first membership, right, and when I built one, I wanted to make sure that we really fit, because I want these people to vibe with me and they stay and all of these kind of things, right? I also recorded another YouTube video where I teach all of the automations of how to automate your Skool and connect it to your email list and all of those things, so you could set up your system correctly, right? There is another video where I show you that. How to have social media audience coming into your free Skool community, build an email list, move people into the paid one, how to tag everyone. Probably if someone pays here, so they're tagged in your email list builder software, that they are a paid member now. I teach all of these automations and how connecting Zoom to Skool and unlocking whatever, right? Zapier things. This is in my other video, right? This is in my other video. So another few things, I'll summarize this. I have to go in 3 minutes. I have an important call right now, but I need to wrap up this video class right now. But myself, I am gonna also be looking for results-based partnerships with people with big audiences. I'm sharing with you now my strategy of how I'm boosting my stuff, right? And how I'm gonna make even more money, right? I'll help those people with big audience build memberships on Skool, right? So this relates to, anyway, I'm not cool. So, and I will get paid from those people on a results basis, 20 to 30% of the results, whatever I'm gonna negotiate, right? And I'm also gonna put them onto my monthly membership plan, right? So they will then stick around. Now, another very important thing beside of me coaching others how to build memberships, even on Skool and so on, right? Me being their coach, I am planning, and besides of these results-based collaborations, right, I'm planning to create another group, mastermind, of just online marketers, online marketing coaches, people who are interested to talk this knowledge with me, online business growth, podcast coaches, marketing coaches, YouTube coaches, how to build YouTube's SEO ads, Instagram, just people who are interested in that. So I'm gonna create another membership of just those people who we're gonna all hang out, but what we're gonna have in common is I'm gonna teach them how to run memberships. A lot of marketing coaches, podcast coach, people teaching podcasts, all of these kind of things, right, that I just mentioned, email marketing, copywriting coaches, right, they don't run memberships. So I'm gonna create another group of just of us, myself, and gonna put them on $100 per month or even more later or whatever, teach them how to run memberships, and I'm gonna run another membership. So I'm gonna make money right now myself in a few ways. Like 3 ways that I just mentioned to you, right? Like me teaching others how to build memberships, which I really love at this moment, and all that I taught you today. Another thing that I'm gonna be teaching is doing is results-based collaborations with some, right? These 3 things connect together, right? And get commissions and so on. And I'm gonna launch another membership mastermind. So I'm giving you an insight of what I am doing, how I'm gonna make money on that, and I'm gonna have like one-on-one packages as well for higher price and all of these kind of things. And in a few weeks or months, one day I might compete also on Skool games, especially if my next month and 2 months very much pick up this collaboration with one other partner of mine, Tony, that we're creating, and my workshops that I'm gonna be doing. If all of this picks up, and if we can then get those 30-40K in 1 month in, and we could compete in Skool games, right? Skool games is a competition here. It just ended now in February of a few people who competed for the 10 spots of how much money per month you add to your Skool business, right? Whatever. So I might compete someday here, right? That's just something that I am noting down as well, right? And so on. So the last thing, quick summary. I actually gotta go on my call right now, but quick summary. You're gonna want to build social media audience, right? Get people into a free Skool community, get people onto the email list, move people to the paid community, maybe run workshops for group enrollments. That's how I might take over the Skool games spots, maybe, if I'm gonna be able to enroll a lot of people through workshops and so on, right? And all in between you should be doing, right? Hopefully you enjoyed this masterclass. If you have any questions, comment down below. Also join my free Skool community if you want to get in. There is the link down below and all these kind of things, right? But ask me any questions. I'm so happy if I can help you in any way. And let's hang out. Much success on this journey of you building your own membership community. Have fun. Gotta go now.